Welcome back to Hero C Podcast for June 2016. This month is starting out with quite a bang. We've got a lot of things going on, but you can check out all of our activities that we're going to be involved in at the HCStudio on our newsletter, which is also available downloaded at www.herocentral.org. Just look for the actual newsletter link, and you'll be able to download your copy. Some special focusing items this month are going to be, let's take a look here. We have, oh goodness me, besides the several movies, including Warcraft, the X-Men Apocalypse review, which we just saw, and we're going to be reviewing that with several field reporters, including Marques, Huff, and Jerome Montgomery. Big thing coming up is the middle of June will be the comic book summer camp over at Sam Flax, hosted by Dan the Man Flores from artisking.org. That's a nonprofit for keeping art activities going forward here in Atlanta, Georgia, and around the state. So you're definitely going to want to check them out. They'll be operating 2 type classes. The first one will be for preteens, and that will be the 11th through the 17th in the mornings, all 5 days. And then the young adult class will be in the afternoon. Check out the website, artisking.org. But you can follow that information on our back of our newsletter. So get your copy there. You'll see what's going on. Movies, fun, parades, events, film, festivals, especially the coming up Stone Mountain Festival of Georgia. You're going to have the Food Truck Festival. So check that out, and hopefully we'll see you guys there. Okay, well, now we're going to turn everything over to our review part of the creative side of our podcast, where we discuss in depth the relationship with X-Men Apocalypse, the newest movie coming out, and there's other movie competitor movies like Captain America, Civil War. So we make comparisons, and Batman versus Superman. So you're going to hear some pretty good repartee and witty comments. But there are some spoilers there, so be careful. And the same is aimed at a more mature audience, so do be careful of that as well. No kiddies' bedtime is not to listen to the Hero C podcast in depth this evening. So you guys enjoy yourselves, and we'll pick back up after the review.
Okay, we are here with an in the field report after watching X-Men Apocalypse.
Who's Steve Irwin? Movie forms?
She's a beaut. What can I say?
Right.
Hey, crikey.
Stick your finger in her cloaca.
Oh, God. Okay, let's tone it down here.
Well, I'm just talking about sticking a finger in a cloaca. Checking to see if she's a male or female. Why not call her she if she's not a
I know
There you go. Okay, that's a different topic for later today.
That's right.
Maybe.
Okay, back to the movie. Okay. Okay, so we got, at least 13. Okay.
They did drop an F-bomb.
Yeah, they did. It was PG-13, so no spoilers there, but if you're going to mention something that's a spoiler, you have to preface it with a spoiler, at least once in the movie, so let's say it now.
There's spoilers.
Spoilers, because we're going to be talking about it. Okay, so, Marques Huff, Jerome Montgomery.
Hello. Hi. Hello.
Okay, guys, first impressions, round the table.
It's better than X-Men 3.
Ouch.
Likewise.
Yeah, even they say it in the movie. Third time's, the charm. Better the charm.
Third movie's always the worst.
Third movie's always the worst. So, best scene. You hold it. You're in the field. You get the whole thing.
Best scene. There's a couple different scenes. I like when Apocalypse actually increased his mass, because that's always been one of his powers. How they did it, they cheated, and I think they should have done it a different way.
Yes.
I think
it still happened.
Is that the microphone?
Yeah,
okay. That's the microphone.
That is the microphone.
That? Right.
Stop massaging the microphone. PG-13, go ahead.
I don't know, I had a couple different favorites. My ultimate favorite again, in this film, is the Quicksilver bit.
Yeah.
You know, first one you had Time in a Bottle, and this one you had Sweet Dreams Are Made of These by the Eurythmics, which fit perfectly. I mean, including the moonwalking scene. See, I'm not giving full spoilers.
No.
I'm just
enough to tease.
Marcus.
I mean, that scene with Quicksilver, it pretty much tops everything. I mean, other than the whole movie just gave that 80s feel since it's set in the 80s. It's like the first class of the X-Men, you know. Back,
Period piece.
Yeah, in the periods, but
Right down to the mullets. Everyone had a mullet, even Professor X.
now that mullet is no more now.
Well, no mullets.
Eventually,
no more.
Eventually, it had to happen.
But overall, it's a good movie. I mean, I pretty much missed the first two, First Class and Days of Future Past, which I really need to catch up. But after seeing this, like, you definitely need to watch it. It's pretty much good. And hopefully, if you know about the post-credit scene, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but it's pretty much going to set the tone of what's to come.
Well, the movie does that in 3 or 4 different ways. You know, with the loss of someone, and you know, the addition of someone else, and then the post-credit scene. And
could you be more vague?
yes, I
there?
could,
Okay.
but I'm not going to.
Okay.
I told you I'm going to give spoilers, but I'm not going to spoil the movie.
There you go.
I was a little disappointed. I wish there
That
could
was
have
my
been
next question. Where
been
were the
a-
points that failed?
I wish the action could have been a little more in depth. I'd love to see more in depth fight scenes between some of the combatants, but
Really much of it.
yeah, there wasn't much. There wasn't much.
Other than, like, the last fight. But that's about
Okay,
it.
so the trailer shows that Magneto, Psylocke, and Angel, and Storm are the 4 horsemen of this
Right.
movie. I hate that they did that. I wish they would have stuck to the comic 4 horsemen. You know.
They even had Caliban.
Yeah.
He was one of the horsemen.
Yes, he was.
Why didn't you use him as a hound and make him a horseman?
I mean, it didn't make. I guess in their logic, it did make a bit of sense, but it didn't make sense for the storyline because.
Well, I think the only reason they did it because they were established characters in the previous movies, and that's why they drew the connection to speed up time.
Yeah.
But that still doesn't excuse lame introductions. Okay, it could have been a lot worse. They could have just said, like they did in the ancient Egypt scene, where here are the bad guys, no explanation, nothing.
They're just
These are the bad guys.
Yeah.
They have powers. But I mean, I'm like I said, I'm with what you said. I mean, I did not like the fact that they had to use Storm and Magneto. And Archangel is death. That was appropriate. They underused him.
Yes.
He should have been the centerpiece.
Yes.
To fight the others.
Yeah. Not the centerpiece that was used. I mean, in
Not
every
adolescent
single
Storm.
apocalypse storyline, death
Death.
is the center point.
Yeah. He was the messenger.
Was that supposed to be Warren Worthington?
Supposed to be.
The timeline is so confusing on these movies.
Well, that's what happened when you retcon everything after yourself from going two movies forward, 3 movies back.
Yeah.
You know? Looking like a little torchwood retcon, it just mess you up.
Yeah. Deadpool said it best. The timelines are so confusing on these movies.
Well, it makes me kind of wonder if they're going to set this off up back to the very first X-Men, is it going to be different now, or I don't know.
Yeah, it's.
If you talk about retconning,
Oh, you haven't seen Days of Future
I
Past?
haven't. I know.
Which is where that happens.
Yes.
In the future, they screw it up, and in the past, they are about to screw it up again. They reset everything. So what we saw, you know how timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly crap.
Exactly.
For all you Doctor Who fans, it's exactly what it is.
I watched a YouTube video on a subject that we were discussing
Right.
earlier,
Right.
and she said, "Wibbly wobbly, sexy waxy."
Sexy Wesley.
See, it applies to everything.
Yeah.
It applies to everything. So, I mean, as far as the overall feel of the film, do you recommend it? And it's a what age group?
Oh, I don't care about age group. That's not my.
Well, no. Anybody over the age of say 30 isn't going to realize who Stanley's wife is as a cameo in the shot. Okay, unless you've seen all of Stan's appearances.
I mean, it can cater for both current generation and fans of comics.
Okay.
Other than some some inaccuracies with comic books. Some.
Like when the movie opened.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, some purists would not find it appropriate.
Yeah.
We gave up on that a long time ago.
Welcome to the cinematic universe.
Exactly. It's its own tangent.
Yeah.
Tangentially.
I don't know. I mean, let's make a comparison with Fox Marvel and Disney Marvel. Disney Marvel makes good changes. They make good storytelling changes.
Well, I think it had something to do with the fact that they own Marvel and they actually had people who wrote the stories to begin with.
I suppose that's true.
Fox says, hey, I have money, do what I tell you. And we're going to use your branding for a while. And they'll sell your character back to you and have them put up in a movie that we're going to take money and profits off you because we can't make anything worth crap. Nothing that I have anything against Fox. Okay.
I heard Disney trying to fight to get the X-Men properties back.
Yes, they are. It's about time.
Sony played it right. Sony played it right with Spider-Man. They eventually said, well, shit, we can't make a Spider-Man movie worth the hell, so let's
give it back to people who did.
Well, they didn't give it back to them.
No.
It's a joint effort. So it's still a Sony movie, but it's also a Marvel Disney movie.
Which is great for distribution from their point and royalties. But they're thought of a little less the evil persona since they kind of caved in and gave the opportunity for Spider-Man to come back in.
And it worked out well. That's a different movie review, sorry.
Whole other review, whole other issue. For those who haven't seen it, that is definitely worth it 2 or 3 times seeing that film alone.
Yes, I've seen Avengers a couple times.
Avengers,
but we're talking about Age of Apocalypse.
Okay,
I mean, no.
No. That was the one movie of Apocalypse. We didn't get a whole age.
Yeah, no.
That's a whole other timeline tangent, which I have to say, I was severely happy with the Age of the X-Men Evolution cartoon references with the young teens and driving to the mall with Nightcrawler in the Michael Jackson jacket.
They didn't do that in Evolution, did they?
Yeah, they did. They went to the mall all the time. It was a young teenager.
Well, yeah, no, I mean,
but this
they did that, in the Michael Jackson.
But back when Kurt had to transform into look like a human.
Yeah, he had the band that looked human.
Yeah.
But he always wore a red jacket. And so instead of being the 80s, they translated in this film to be the Moonwalker film.
The Moonwalker film?
Yeah, the Moonwalker jacket.
The Thriller jacket.
Thriller. That's right, Thriller jacket. Because that's exactly what it was.
Yeah, we had to get schooled on the Michael Jackson by the black guy.
Well, of course. That's never going to stop.
Olivia Munn, she's cute. She's cute.
The character did not live up.
No.
To any of the hype.
And I used to read a lot of the Psylocke comics. I mean, back when when her mind would transfer to the Asian version.
Oh yes,
of Psylocke.
Quenon in the Revenge.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't know the name of the young lady that played Storm. That's just because
she's relatively.
I like her.
I mean, she can carry that thick African accent better than Halle Berry can.
Yes.
Well, to me, that was more of a Middle Eastern accent, and I didn't like that. I wanted that South African accent. But she still did 10 times better job than Halle Berry did.
I like the fact they gave her the mohawk.
Yeah,
that was
waiting
dope.
for that.
That was dope.
And the whole leather outfit. I mean, they got more with that character right than they've done wrong in the past.
Yeah,
so
that is so true.
Right down to the thief, although it was Amal Farouk, and
I mean,
but the Shadow King, he was.
Yeah, I can't. I'm not complaining with the origin of Storm on this one because they did pretty darn good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought the whole fight cage between
Kurt
Angel and whoever he was fighting. Well, the Blob.
The Blob,
Made a
like
guest
wow.
knockout KO. Fighting the Angel.
Cameo knockout.
That's right, as they carrying him off.
I think that Blob looked better
was a
than the
pro-
Blob in the Wolverine movie.
I never seen Origins, thank God.
Let's see, Kevin Durant. You have to give him props.
No, I'm not.
He did a great job as Fred Dukes.
Yeah, no. I'm not saying
Okay.
Kevin Durant did a
But
bad
the
job. The look
was so much better with the black and yellow
Yes.
velvet outfit, like the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants.
Yes.
All you fanboys
and
and girls.
the way that the
It was the
fat-
bulk.
Yeah,
bulk.
the bulk.
It was rounded like he's like the character.
The Kevin Durant and the Origins movie just looked too nutty professor.
Yes, this is a fake bodysuit. You could tell. I mean, you see him in The Strain, as the Russian rat catcher for the city of New
Still
York.
not seen second season on that. It's at home.
That's awesome. You just have an appreciation for the roles that these people play. You really do. I do anyway. But they didn't bog you down with all the names of who was guessing who was who as the kids in the school, which was great. I love that fact because the other movies you were figuring out, okay, so this redhead chick screams and that's got to be Siren. And okay, the kids like using telephones. Who is that? And you weren't distracted from what they were trying to show you. This point was Quicksilver kicks butt. That was the point. And he saved everybody except for one.
Sorry, Havoc.
Oh, wasn't going to see. It's out of the bag. He doesn't make it. Doesn't make it. Sorry.
Or does he?
Ooh.
I put my pinky to my lip like Dr. Evil because I know you can't really see that I did that. So just explain.
Nothing like a parenthetical side,
Yeah.
Direction. So yeah, it leads up to the excellent villain at the end for the next film.
Which I'm excited because he's my favorite X-Men villain.
Exactly. They're finally coming up. And okay, I'll tell you this. I was afraid I was going to end up watching bad Apocalypse remake. The character in Abin Sur. I thought I was going to get something off of, close your ears, a bad Power Rangers episode.
I heard that.
Okay, the purple goo guy.
Victor Ooze or
Ivan
Ooze. I was so afraid of that. I have to say they did an okay job.
Oscar Isaac pulled it off.
They did an okay job.
I don't like his origin story in this.
No.
I wished his armor was a bit different, and I wish that they had utilized more of his powers, like the mass thing, because that was always one of my favorite things he did when I was watching the cartoons.
Well, they don't skimp on the powers abroad, but it's the internal powers.
Yeah.
Otherwise, how is he gifting these powers to other people?
But Oscar Isaacs did a fantastic job.
Yeah. I love the whole Astro fight scene.
Yeah.
In the houses. Crashing of the houses.
Yep.
They rock. But, okay. Did we not see Jean Grey turn into the Phoenix again suddenly? Have they not beat that to death?
Yeah.
But they beat that to death in the comic books. They not only beat it to death, they bring it back to life, beat it to death, bring it back to life.
The resurrection.
Bring it back to life, beat it to death.
Rise from the ashes.
And they go on that cycle for 4 more times.
There you go. So yeah, at least they're consistent.
Yeah.
Consistently abusing the character.
If there's anything you can say, they're consistent.
Okay, Cyclops.
Except that Captain America's Hydra now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Cyclops went from all wimpy, kind of pussy out until when he got his glasses, like,
Thing now.
yeah.
Okay.
Like, I'm the shit now.
But what about
He's
Marsters versus this new guy? I mean,
Who?
James
Marsters.
Oh, okay. Well,
That Cyclops. I don't see this guy turning into that. And as far as
I think this kid did better job.
I think the guy did better.
Yeah.
I'm hoping he doesn't turn into that Cyclops.
I don't like Cyclops. He's not a character I like.
I know you don't.
I really wish when Apocalypse ate him, he left him there.
Shit in the mouth.
I wish he had never had that movement afterwards.
That
Just
bowel
kept that
movement.
inside.
Yes.
Keep that to yourself.
That Summers movement. But this kid did pretty good. I do have to admit, I even smacked him on the arm at the end when they showed him in the blue suit. I was like, oh, that looks awesome.
I wish the band was yellow, but
it would have been great if it had been yellow.
yeah.
You can't get everything, but
Well, I think, if they're smart enough, they'll play it up to where with the new villain coming out, that they're leading up to the whole genome thing, because that leads it up to a Cable. Because they're referencing Cable and Deadpool too.
oh no,
already.
No, not referencing. They
as far
said
as
there
the
will
actor.
be.
Yeah, but as far as justification of the character being there,
I mean,
because it's Scott's son.
If it's going to be
Yeah,
Nick Graham.
Come back from the future.
I got you.
They establish it now just by putting it into one scene. Now, anything they do is totally justified. You know? Just like you told me with Negasonic Warhead, you know?
She's fucking awesome.
Yeah, but they
Look,
changed.
nothing-
But they changed the character
But she was still there.
She was still in
That's
it.
the point. Colossus, still there, and from what I understand, even more larger than life CGI-wise than anybody they could have gotten, short of the Hulk. But this guy looked like he could take on the Hulk from what I've seen.
House being destroyed Bill's character. That's what he tells them and tells her in Deadpool.
Oh man.
Well, yeah, when the house is destroyed, that's all I could think.
That's all I could think. That's funny. That's funny. Okay, well, overall, a yay or a nay?
Yeah, to me, it was good. It was an entertaining movie.
I'm a yay.
Yeah. Okay, so that's 3 yays. Excellent. Okay, guys. Well, until the next movie. Ciao. What you want to see next time?
Oh, next time?
Yeah.
My next movie, I don't know what's coming out. I haven't paid attention, but my next, I have to see it. I'm gonna see it. I'm going to see it hundreds of times. Is Margot Robbie? Suicide Squad.
Oh. Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn is my favorite villainess.
Yeah.
So,
I know.
and Margot Robbie looks like she's going to do a fantastic job.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what. We'll have a discussion about the Suicide Squad, and then we'll actually have a retro discussion about Deadpool, because I will have to see it.
Yeah, Mister. I don't like the character Deadpool, so I'm not going to see it.
I don't like the character, but
Well, then that's fine. I don't like what
I
they
just watched how many characters I did not like watching this film, but I liked going to see this movie.
I haven't seen Dawn of Justice, and I'm not going to see it in theaters because
No.
I don't even know if it's playing in theaters anymore. But
Not if they're smart. They can get out of the scene, out of the theater. Let's just put it this way. Civil War beat the crap out of Superman vs. Batman. By far.
heads above.
Yeah, heads above.
So to answer your question, my next movie that I want to see is Suicide Squad.
Okay, excellent. Being attacked by flies out here. I think that's a sign of the apocalypse.
Get attacked by a flying locust.
Plague! The plague! At least that's a real horseman. Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to give Brian Singer any reels there.
Okay, guys. Thank you very much for your interview and reviews of personal opinions and spoilers for Hero C Podcast of June. Once again, thank you, Jerome Montgomery and Marques Huff, for your insights. Okay, well, that will be all for this month, as we're getting things ready to go out and explore and adventure all throughout the activities around in our state of Georgia. Hopefully we'll see everybody at the comic book summer camp over at Sam Flax this month, as well as at the food truck festival at the Stone Mountain Food Festival Truck and Music this upcoming weekend. We hope you check out our newsletter, check out our website, free comics, webcomics, free materials, as well as materials you can get from our studio. We have awesome button collections. We have numerous materials for your fun, family fun, kitty joys, and all kinds of activities, as well as for the sci-fi geek